Aloha, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Master Paul, and I am honored to be with you here today on the live stream that is, what is today, the 16th of February 2017. Well, we just passed Valentine's Day, and to commemorate that during this week I offered some wisdom teachings and blessings for opening our heart and soul. But the subject matter was actually with ego and humility, or lack thereof. And on Monday, earlier this week, I utilized one of the 10 Das, known as the Great Da Chen Bei, the greatest humility, to teach on how ego can actually keep us from loving ourself, how it creates conditions of a low self-esteem. And on Tuesday, I offered wisdom teachings and blessings on how ego and humility can impact us quite negatively in relationships. That was a very extraordinarily powerful wisdom teachings and blessings. Normally I have 15, 20, 30 responses after I offer wisdom teaching and blessing as such. That day there was literally you could hear the pins drop. Everybody was too far into the space of the clearing and the blessing to even respond. But afterwards I did offer the opportunity, I'm reminding you now about it, of the opportunity to receive an incredible crown chakra blessing for opening the heart, along with the calligraphy blessing, which is this one, which is Open the Heart and Soul Calligraphy Blessing. And so for those that would like to know more about that, make sure you contact me. And for those that did sign up for that, I will be initiating the calligraphy blessings shortly after today's live stream. I'm planning on 3:30. Right now it's 2 o'clock Hawaii time. We finish roughly 3 o'clock, so about a half hour after that I'll be offering that blessing for those who signed up for that program. It is available till the remainder of this month, so for those that have had some closed heart conditions, their heart is just not open to the love the way they would like it to be, potentially maybe soulmate concerns, issues of that nature, and or they just know that they need to heal some relationship, then connect with me and we can chat through Facebook Messenger to further clarify how this blessing may serve you. Today, very, very exciting day. Today is I'm just so excited for this day. There are so many blockages that we all have, all of those that are tuning in today, all those that will watch us in the future, in the realm of finances, in the realm of success, in the realm of our business dealings. And basically, if we're trying to start a business, some of us succeed, some of us don't. If we try to make smart choices, sometimes we succeed, sometimes we don't. So in each case, there are some substantial blockages. And today's teaching, wisdom and blessings, will be on ego and humility, or lack thereof, and how it has impacted our flourishing in the form of finances. And so I'm looking forward to sharing some of this sacred wisdom that I will receive as we move into this day. First, we're going to go stop and acknowledge all those who are tuning in, and let live stream go out and capture all those who are just discovering about today's live stream. And thank you all for hitting the share button and letting other people know about today. So welcome Ilona, great to see you. Welcome Petra Marie, welcome Tammy Hunter, welcome Nirma, and aloha Meg, welcome CJ. Good to see you here early, Crystal. Normally you don't see you till you get the kids tucked in. Aloha Patricia, welcome Kristen Rojas, Carol Whitney, aloha Susan, good to see you here today as well. And welcome Nirma, welcome Lori Geis, aloha Linda, Ali, good to see you here Ali, and welcome Yvonne, aloha Donna, and good to see you as well Elaine Hewitt. Tammy Lee Ward has jumped in here. Anyone I haven't mentioned, please forgive me. And so again, for those that came in a little late, today after after my live stream, roughly a half hour, if you registered for the Open Your Heart to Love crown chakra blessing that I initiated a few days ago. It's good till the end of the month, and I will start to do the calligraphy blessing that goes with that for the next few days. This is a special calligraphy. It's called Open the Heart and Soul, and Master Sha only made one of them. It was so powerful, he had to pull it away, but I was very blessed to have access to it, and I will be offering that as part of that combination package. It was normally the crown chakras is 100, and then the blessing, the calligraphy is 75, but together only 100. So pay attention to roughly 3:30 my time, or a half hour after this live stream. I'll be offering those blessings. So welcome Hirlun, welcome Kristen Rojas. So today, as indicated, it's going to be very, very potent. We're going to be focusing on how to release some of the blockages that have associations with ego and a lack of humility. Now, when I was tuning in earlier today, I started receiving some information, and I will tune back in again today so that I can share some of that sacred wisdom with you that I was receiving. But I was very happy with some of the information that was coming. It was quite pertinent, I guess is a good word, to what we are all going through. So let us first connect heart to heart, soul to soul, by placing our hands in the Soul Light, Soul Service hand position. So wherever you're at, please let go of whatever's going on around you as much as possible. Become fully present. Take a deep breath in. Let us begin. They're all beings of light, serving the plan of the light side, including all stars, planets, galaxies, and universes. Lamas, sifus, gurus, saints, masters, ascended masters. Kahunas, all beings of light, mentioned and unmentioned. We love you all. We honor and appreciate you all. We invite you to be present today. Dear the soul of our individual heavens, teams, guides, angels, and saints, we love you, honor you, appreciate you, and we invite you to be with us here today. Dear the soul of Da Chen Bei, the greatest humility, the wisdom that can be of the greatest value to all of us here today, especially all those associated with the greatest wisdom for addressing and releasing blockages in our success, in our business, in our finances, with any associations to ego and humility or lack thereof. We love you, honor you, appreciate you, respect you. We ask you to please be present today. Dear the Source Soul Song of love, peace, and harmony, transmitted to all souls in all universes, we love you, honor you, respect you. We invite you to please turn on, and we invite all souls in all universes to chant with us as we offer our greatest love at this time, connecting hearts to heart, soul to soul. So for anyone that's new that's watching this, close your eyes. This is a blessing. For everybody else, close your eyes and join with me in this service. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, la, li. Lula, lu. La, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. 我爱我心儿灵，我爱冉冉泪，望你音容耳目世上，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace and harmony. Love, peace and harmony. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, la, li. La, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Wo ai wo shin her ling. Wo ai tran ran lei. Wang ling rong er mu shi sheng. Xiong ai ping an xie. Xiong ai ping an xie. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace and harmony. Love, peace and harmony. Ha, ha, ha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Source Soul Song of Love, Peace and Harmony. It's a little known secret that alone can bless your finances. How is that possible? Because you are offering unconditional service. Dear the Source Soul Song of Love, Peace and Harmony, can you please offer blessings to all those in the world that are having significant financial restrictions and are in desperate need, so they can keep a roof over their head, so that they can feed their children. Only offer this blessing to those that are in that condition, and then you chant to serve them. Their souls receive virtue in heaven. The virtue is spiritual virtue. Their virtue goes into their records, and that helps offset some of the financial limitation that very often has an association with spiritual debt, blockages. The virtue offsets the spiritual debt, things loosen up, and all of a sudden somebody comes and helps them to feed the children. Somebody comes to help them to pay their rent. Out of the blue, I'm going to share with you a story today about how some things they come out of the blue. And I'm so much more clear today than I ever was that everything is controlled by our Creator. We are manifestors, no question about it. But when it comes to the karmic blockages we create as individuals, that our ancestors and us carry, they create restrictions. Those restrictions can be relieved, and that's under Heaven's control. And I'll share with you some stories today. But that's just one way in which you can release financial restrictions. So let me continue to acknowledge who else has joined us, and I'll move forward on the wisdom, teachings and blessings. Judy Ang, welcome Judy, and beautiful gift of your hair in service to others, and a nice haircut. Welcome Scott, welcome Zilke, welcome Pat. Helun, I did see your comment. So there will be for those that aren't going to be able to stay, just a little FYI, I will offer blessings today using a special calligraphy, and I have 2 additional special calligraphies that I will introduce towards the end of this recording that you can choose to receive separate blessings for, not on the live stream, and I'll share those with you. So for anybody that can't watch now, just come back a little bit later once it's recorded and just watch the last, let's say, 10 minutes, and you'll be able to be made aware of what can be done at that time. Of course, you can choose to offer this blessing to loved ones if you would like. Welcome Therianne, welcome Emily, and Kristen has made some posts for this Song of Love, Peace and Harmony. For those who are not familiar with it, you're welcome to learn more about it through these posts that Kristen has posted. Welcome Jota, welcome Janet Hoffman, and aloha Shannon Belcourt. Thank you all so much for joining today. So I'll start by sharing with you some of a little backdrop to my story. When I checked earlier as to the core of some of the teachings today for ego, for lack of humility in relationship to our success, our business success, and our finances flourishing, if you will, one of the things that came through was a very, very important slice. You've heard it before, but and I'll share when I'll go into a space and speak in sacred wisdom, but I want to give you the nomenclature. I want to give you the verbiage so you'll have a grip on it. And that is, ego can very often look like validation. It can look like, yeah, but I'm doing this and this and this because. Especially in the realm of business and finances and financial success. What ego often does is it separates us from soul guidance. Now, for those that have not truly connected with their soul on a daily basis, conversation with your soul, if you have not opened your soul language, if you have not opened your soul communication channels, if you have not received blessings to open your heart center, if you have not studied any of the wisdom teachings of Master Sha, then you are probably not connecting to your soul every day. Those that have done the practices and are familiar with the value of connecting to their soul every day, they recognize that the soul has a purpose and intention in this life. We are a soul having a physical experience. It is not the other way around. And yet the majority of us walk through life with blinders on, stuck in the rut of a job, doing four-letter words like work, and doing it in a way that is certainly not joyful. And then we come home, we bring that lack of joy home. That impacts our home life. And the list goes on. So we find ourselves in a bit of a rut, if you will. A big part of that, and this is the part of the flow I received earlier, is it's related to ego. It's related to our lack of willingness to move into a place of confidence and trust of our soul and our source creator to bring to us what it can bring to us when we are in lockstep with our soul's intention. Now, this is not to say quit your job and go do what you love just because you think it's going to work. It may work, it may not. Is that part of what your soul's intention was for you? Or is that your mind saying, I want to go do this? Big difference. When you listen to your soul, when you do practices to open your message center, when you do practices daily to connect to your soul, you will start to receive messages, very clear messages. Do this today, do this first, do this second, do this third. When you follow those messages, life tends to work a lot easier. Can't tell you how many times I have not listened and life wasn't so easy. I can tell you many times I have listened, the whole day was nice and smooth. Why? Because the soul is the boss. The soul knows exactly what it's trying to accomplish. It knows what it needs to accomplish for that day. It knows that if these things are accomplished today, that the next few days, weeks, and months could be dramatically easier. Your soul has one purpose in life, and it is not to sit on the side and watch you go through life suffering. That's not on top of its list of fun things to do. Your soul wishes very much for you to awaken, become aware of why you are here, and create the greatest love, joy, and harmony in your life, while at the same time clearing those things that come up to inhibit you from that. So we can, I can list the pie chart of things that are blocking us: work, relationships, health issues, recreational issues or lack thereof, suffering from previous relationships. I mean, I can keep on going. All of those jumble around in our head and keep us from being aligned to our soul. The reverse side of that, if we take the time daily, stop, communicate, connect, meditate, do practices to clear blockages in our soul houses, in our energy centers, connect every day. What happens is those extraneous pie chart of things I just mentioned do not have a grip on us. That pie chart of things is ego. What is ego? I mentioned quite a bit of this yesterday. It is everything that we think we are, but we're really not. What do we think we are? What we were taught, we've accepted to be true, what our parents told us, what our peers told us, what our teachers told us, what we have accepted as accurate. You're fat, you're skinny, you're cute, you're intelligent. If we've accepted it, if we look for that attention-seeking behavior that validates these things, positive or negative, that's ego. And so all of this creates our dramas in our world. All of that is ego. Humility, greatest humility, is the recognition of these truths. The greatest humility is seeing it for exactly what it is. The greatest humility is stopping long enough to reconnect and recognize, hey, I am a soul. I am not this falseness that I have created this last 20, 30, 40, 50 plus years. I may think I am, but I'm not. Humility is actually looking at it instead of reacting to it. This came up yesterday in the wisdom, or excuse me, Tuesday in the wisdom teachings. Humility is looking at it, being with it, and going, how would my soul look at this? How would my soul respond? Almost always it would respond with love. When we can stop, when we can look at the dramas that are happening in our life, we can start addressing it from the perspective and level of the soul. That is being in a place of humility. That is allowing the control to go from the mind to the heart to the soul. Because the soul communicates through the heart communicates through the mind then gives the directions to the energy and the matter. This is the direction, and this is the way Shen, Qi, and Jing works. Soul, heart, mind, energy, matter. That is the flow. It doesn't work the other direction. Mind cannot control the heart, mind cannot control the soul. But the soul can direct the mind. The soul can direct the heart can direct the mind. Very relevant. So the first step to bringing about blessings in our life, flourishing in our life, we have to put the brakes on our dramas. We have to put the brakes on all of those areas in our life that we have been lying to ourselves about, that we have adopted as true but are not true, that we have accepted as accurate as the way it is, but it's truly not the way it is. It's what we have accepted as the way it is, but it's only true because we've accepted it. It doesn't matter how deep your drama is. It doesn't matter what excuse you give me, or yourself for that matter. Most of the time you're just giving yourself the excuse, so you don't have to deal with it straight on. Because very often when we look at some of these dramas that we have in our life, with great clarity, with humility, with a very direct and clear eye, it can be scary. It can be exceedingly uncomfortable. If, for example, we looked at our finances, a lack of success in a specific business. Okay, we tried. Maybe it was a multi-level. Maybe it was with the best friend. Maybe it was with the husband. We look at something like that, or a job. Just can't seem to find your way out of this dead-end job. You know you're not going to go up, and you know you're not happy, but you just can't seem to go any further. And it is what it is. What it is. Okay. Doesn't matter which one we choose, it's the same in that that's our drama of choice. The soul did not choose that drama for you. You did. The soul may have brought that particular function or job or condition to you so that you could learn from it, so that you could gather value from it. But remember, the soul's intention is not for you to suffer in that job. Why would it ever have that intention? The soul's intention is not for you to enter a business and fail. Why would it ever have that intention? It does not. It has the highest intention for you. It is when we are separate from our soul and its intentions that these kinds of blockages occur. It is when, and so let's tie a spiritual debt into this. Spiritual debt, karma, whatever you want to call it. Yes, it can bring difficulties to us, absolutely. If we or our ancestors have robbed, stolen, cheated, lied, taken people's land, property, wealth, if we have done these things, absolutely, it will create hardships for us in this life experience. But if you are unaware of that, if you are not doing activities and practices to dispel that, you are living in the physical world. You are stuck in the dramas. You are saying it is what it is. You are not operating at the level of soul to bring about resolve. Big difference. Humility is looking at these for exactly what they are and empowering yourself to move through and beyond them however they show up in your life. We're using, in this example, success and or a job. So the ego says, yes, but I don't have a choice. I've been there 17 years, I'm going to retire in 3 years, and then, great, you maybe should stay with that job. However, in that 3-year window, is there a possibility to do more soul-related practice? In that 3-year window, is there a possibility for you to do something called soul marketing to help generate additional revenue once you retire from that? In that 3-year window, is there a possibility for you to clear the blockages that have kept you from going up in that position, which you, if you have drama, you probably haven't went up in that position because, oh, he knows him and she knows her, and it's I rub your back, you rub my back. This is what the mind is saying, but it could be your karmic blockages that are inhibiting you. So why wouldn't you use that 3-year window in this example to reconnect to your soul? Do forgiveness practice with those other coworkers and peers and supervisors that have been pushing you down. This is simple examples of how soul can be applied to any area, not just going down the road of, oh, woe is me, it's outside of my control. The ego is the mind. The mind says these things. The soul would not say those things. The soul would say, you can rise above this. The soul would say, it's your karma. The soul would say, let's do practice. Let's call those souls in and chant love, peace, and harmony together. Because whether the end result in this example is that you get elevated or you don't, that's not the point. If you were able to go to work in joy and happiness and no more drama, and you didn't bring that drama home, if you were able to go to work in this example and not gossip anymore, what do you think that would do to increase the flourishing in the other areas of your life? Common sense, right? So soul power is very, very relevant to our health and well-being. It starts with humility. What is humility? Acknowledging that the mind is delivering this false information to us. Acknowledging that the mind is the ego. Acknowledging that the soul is the boss. If we have blockages in relationship to finances, there was a student, excuse me, that made a comment. It was about 4 weeks ago, and she was in a place of suffering financially. This student understands soul. They understand forgiveness. They believe they have been doing everything they can. But their response was a pain-filled response. It was like, yeah, but, it's not working. And I chose not to respond. I chose to just leave it. Because that student, they needed to go higher than that, definitely. And they needed to ask for forgiveness. Because it affects their soul journey when they push things outside of them. So as students of the divine, of the source, of creator, we must always recognize that any limitation in our life, be it lack of relationship, lack of health, or in this case, today's teachings, lack of finances, starts with us, responsibility. Ego, Da Chen Bei, greatest humility. When we apply the greatest humility, it gives us a laser focus. We don't allow the storyline of whatever we've accepted as true to any longer hold us in place. So this is part of the core of how we will move forth in resolving this. Now, Master Sha has written a book with a gentleman named Adam Markel. And this book is called Soul Over Matter. I recognize it's backwards in your image, but it's called Soul Over Matter. And it's 2 authors with a couple of insights from a few other authors. And it carries a very high level soul wisdom in it. It also carries mind-based wisdom, which is why Adam Markel is famous. He is quite famous for mind over matter. And Master Sha had met him, and Master Sha offered a blessing for Adam Markel's son, who had been deaf since birth. Deaf, can't hear, since birth. And Master Sha offered a blessing for his son who can now hear again. This awoken Adam Markel, and he said, you know, how was this possible? And Master Sha taught him, soul is the boss. It's over mind and it's over matter. When Master Sha offered the blessing, he was releasing spiritual debt at the level of the soul. Adam Markel's son had spiritual debt that brought about that hearing condition, and spiritual virtue was offered to offset that spiritual debt. Therefore, the result was an amazing blessing. In this book, Soul Over Matter, there are a listing of the 10 Das for those that are new. What are the 10 Das? Da means greatest. The 10 Das are 10 virtues, 10 ways of bringing yourself to life from the highest perspective. And in each of these listing of the 10 Das, there is additional wisdom, a page or two of additional wisdom on each Da. Highly, highly recommend that you get this book. Another reason why you want to get it, and I'll list the 10 Das in a minute, is that there are blessings placed into this book. If this Master Sha can put a blessing into to a human being and cause hearing that's not working to come back, first of all, how does your mind comprehend that? It can't, because it's the ego. Your soul says, oh yeah, of course. Your soul understands spiritual debt and spiritual virtue. Your soul instantly knows. But the mind can't comprehend it. But if this master has that ability, which we know he does, then he can also transmit those authorities into things like this book. And he has into one of the calligraphies that is in this book. And I will be using that today to service. On a side note, for those that will be leaving, I have 2 very special calligraphies off to the side. This is one of them, and this one is called Da Ci Chang Sheng, which stands for, in Mandarin Chinese, the source bestows greatest success. And then there's another one called Zai Yuan Guang Jin, which stands for the source of wealth comes in tremendously. That just sounds good, doesn't it? Source of wealth comes in tremendously. Wow, I love the way that spells out. So both of those are special calligraphies, and those will be something that those who are interested can honor for separately to clear some of the Shen Qi Jing blockages that could be inhibiting them from receiving the wealth. I will also, as I'm thinking out loud, I will also offer something for those that are interested, specific to releasing the ego that inhibits us from seeing how we create our own blockages to finances. Yeah, got to remember that verbiage, because we often create our own blockages. So the 10 Das: Da Ai, Da Quan Shu, Da Ci Bei, Da Guangming, Da Chen Bei, Da He Xie, Da Zhang Sheng, Da Ganan, Da Fu, Da Yuan Man. Greatest love, greatest forgiveness, greatest compassion, greatest light, greatest humility. That's today's wisdom and teachings. Greatest harmony, greatest flourishing, greatest gratitude, greatest service, and greatest enlightenment. These, each of these teachings are listed in this book. And again, the calligraphies carry extraordinary power. So you can use these. This is called self-healing, self-blessing. You want to self-heal, you want to self-bless, you want to bless your finances. This is how you do it by yourself. Special services, which I alluded to once or twice, those simply are like being in the fast lane, moving stuff out of the way a whole lot faster. No promises, doesn't mean you're going to wake up tomorrow and be a millionaire. But what happens is a lot of what I refer to as grease on the mountain is moved out of the way. So as you climb up the mountain, you're no longer fighting the grease. So now let's do a practice specific to today's wisdom and teaching so that we can self-clear, shall we? I see Monica's request, is it in German language available? To the best of my knowledge, not yet. So I apologize, I don't think it's available yet, Monique. So let us place our hands in Soul Light Soul Service hand position, which is a hand mudra that connects us energetically and allows us to receive the highest frequencies. Left hand in front of the heart center, right hand gently pointed upwards. Close your eyes. Let us fully connect. They're all, you can repeat after me if it is comfortable for you. They're all beings of light, called forth here today. Dear my individual heavens team, guides, angels, and saints. We love you, honor you, appreciate you, respect you. I ask for you to come to sit in my heart center today. Bless me to release my ego, my lack of humility, and all the areas in which it has kept me from opening to the flourishing and blessings that are possible. Please bless me and forgive me for this and all times that I have offered unpleasant service, that my ancestors may have offered unpleasant service and harmed others financially in any form of flourishing or success in their life. If I or my ancestors have made any harm to any souls in this way, I sincerely, humbly apologize. Continue to repeat if it is comfortable for you. Dear all souls, if I or my ancestors have lied to you, cheated to you, stolen from you, have been greedy, harmed you in financial or business dealings, if I or my ancestors have had huge ego and a lack of humility, and as a result you have suffered in your flourishing, finances, business, or otherwise, I deeply, deeply apologize. I ask most sincerely for your unconditional forgiveness. I understand that to ask for forgiveness alone is not sufficient, that I must serve, and I promise that I will awaken more, serve more, align to my soul more, and be better. Thank you for the opportunity to receive your forgiveness. For any harm that you have caused me, you're still talking to these souls, for any harm you may have caused me in any time, financially or otherwise, I release you of your spiritual debt to me. Let us move forward in love, peace, and harmony. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so now we will connect. Keep your eyes closed. I will connect you to the special blessings in this Da'ai calligraphy. I will be using the Da'ai calligraphy from the Soul Over Matter book. It has a very special creator transmission in it to create whatever we focus on. And today I will guide you through a request to create flourishing. So repeat after me. Dear the soul of the Da'ai calligraphy, the countless blessings that Master Sha has placed in this calligraphy, including the creation Jindan. I love you, honor you, appreciate you. Can you please subdivide from Master Paul's book? Come to my soul, bless me to create conditions that I have business success, financial flourishing, and a release of ego. Please bless me to clearly see where my ego has kept me from flourishing. I am very, very grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So with your eyes closed, I'd like you to visualize golden light in your heart center, your message center, coming in from 360 degrees. See any form of flourishing you wish coming to you. I will chant on your behalf. You are welcome to chant with me. I will trace on your behalf. Let us begin. Die, 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 die. Die, greatest flourishing. Die, blesses my finances. Die, releases my ego. Die, blesses my success. Die, die, creation light ball. Blesses my success, blesses my finances. Die, die, clears my negative mindsets. Die, die, blesses my humility. Die, die, opens my heart and soul. Die, creation light ball, brings to me great success. Die, creation light ball, brings to me great flourishing. Die, creation light ball, brings to me abundance. Die, creation light ball, brings to me humility. Die, creation light ball, releases my ego. Die, creation light ball, brings new opportunities. Die, creation light ball, opens my heart to success. Die, creation light ball, blesses my finances. Die, creation light ball, blesses my heart and soul. Die, die, blesses my finances. Die, die, releases negative mindsets. Die, die, instills positivity. Die, creation light ball, releases negative memories. Die, creation light ball, brings flourishing ideas. Die, creation light ball, releases old thinking. Die, creation light ball, blesses my manifestations. Die, creation light ball, opens my heart and soul. Die, creation light ball, blesses my business. Die, creation light ball, blesses my work conditions. Da creation light ball brings new opportunities. Da creation light ball empowers my thinking. Da creation light ball awakens my heart and soul. Da creation light ball flourishes my humility. Da creation light ball releases negative thinking. Da creation light ball releases my ego. Da creation light ball brings to me greatest success. Da creation light ball brings to me positivity. I love you. I am so grateful to you. Thank you, Master Sha. Thank you, Divine Tao and Source. Thank you, my beloved Creator. Thank you for these incredible blessings. Thank you, thank you. I am so very grateful. I promise to serve more with the financial blessings I receive. I promise to not make the same mistakes. I will be more positive and be responsible. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Creator Light Ball, for these blessings. Ha, ha, ha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep your eyes closed. Truly, from your heart, connect to your Source Creator, the one you connect with. Offer your deepest love and gratitude for the opportunity to receive these blessings, this wisdom, this greatest of opportunities to release lifetimes of blockages. Thank you for this opportunity to stop the ego from leading your life. Thank you for the opportunity to realign to your soul. Thank you for the opportunity to release Shen, Qi, Jing blockages. Thank you for all the financial blessings, for all the flourishing blessings, for all the success blessings. I will bow my head 9 times in gratitude. You may do whatever is comfortable for you. Countless bow downs, countless bow downs, countless bow downs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We thank all of the beings of light for service. So please share. Did anybody receive any third eye images? I saw Master Abhi come on a little while ago. Maybe she saw something if she's still with us. Anybody who would like to share, what was their feelings? What did they experience? Did they feel any vibration in their crown chakra or in their heart center? Did they have any aha moments as a result of the wisdom, the teachings, or the blessings? Did they learn something that they can apply in their life today and every day? Because the trick is to do it every day. Choose that one gem that you grabbed onto today. Your gem is unique to you. Other people, they have their own. Can you make an agreement with your own soul that you will apply it every day? I was communicating with a soul yesterday and they had received a very special blessing, and it was actually for the heart center, and they were wondering if it was going to benefit their finances. And I said, you know, I cannot make any promises, but one of the things that I know to be true is that when we stay in our dramas, which a lot of dramas get stuck in our heart center, when we stay in our dramas, we cannot bring forth the positivity, the flourishing, the blessings that we like in life. It's very hard for us to bring those forth. And so I shared with her that she needs to take responsibility in the manifestation side. This is very important, so listen carefully to this. We are responsible for our life. We're responsible for our spiritual debt and our spiritual virtue. We are responsible for our own creations, if you will. If we have been living in a world of a lack, a world where problems have been occurring, then that is what is in front of us at this moment. If that is where our focus has been the last few months, the last few weeks, the last few days, guess what you're going to walk into tomorrow? It will be what you have been focused on yesterday and the last few months. It will not change tomorrow because your manifestation is what you have been focusing on. However, when you wake up, connect to your soul, when you ask, how can I be of greater service today? When you offer forgiveness, move into states and conditions of love, serving others. When you do what it takes to keep yourself from being in the ego and in the drama, then you can bring forth positive mindsets, attitudes, beliefs, manifestations. If something the next days, weeks, and even a month still shows up as unpleasant and negative, you simply look at it and say, oh, great, you're from the past. I've been thinking positive this last couple weeks. I know that something good is coming. You just keep on that track. I don't know how or when. It's up to the divine. I'm doing my part. I am not going to give you, this negative thing in front of me at this moment, any attention. I'm going to look at you and say, you must have a blessing for me in the sky. Something that will show up down the road that I can't see now. I'm going to honor you, give you as little of attention as possible and negativity, and move through and past you. What does this do? This allows you to stay in the right place of continued positive manifestation. Always take responsibility in this arena. It works the same way for our health. It works the same way for our relationships. So if ever you receive divine services, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, be aware that we still have to be responsible for creating our future. So as you're sharing, I'm going to share with you what is the private blessings that you can receive for those that are interested. Now there are a couple of choices, and I am a big believer in what I teach, what I share. I have been doing this for a while. I have honored for and received calligraphies and calligraphy blessings. Why? Because they work. This is one that I honored for and received. It is called Dao Ci Cheng Gong. The source bestows success. When I have traced this, the next day I received blessings. I'm not saying this would happen for you, but it validated to me that there's certainly power in here. This one I will trace to anyone that is of interest for 5 days. The honor fee, $50, $10 a day. I will trace for 5 days for you, for your soul journey. If you are interested in a more potent blessing, then I will use one from this very, very, very special book. This book is very, very special. In here, Master Sha has 45 calligraphies. Very few people on the planet have this book. And in this book, 开yuan guang jin. Source of wealth comes in tremendously. Doesn't that roll off your tongue wonderfully? Source of wealth comes in tremendously. I will trace this calligraphy, which is a Master Sha direct calligraphy blessed by Master Sha from his very special book. For those that are interested, I will trace for 7 days for 100. So this calligraphy is not a Master Sha calligraphy. It is powerful. It is blessed at a very, very high level. We can't actually explain the level because we're no longer allowed to. But I can tell you it's one of his very top teachers at their highest level possible. It carries extraordinary power. For those that have financial restrictions, don't worry about it. It will serve you. For those that are a little more flesh, I will use Master Sha's calligraphy from a special book to bless you. 7 days for the honor fee of 100. I don't want to give too much information, but I want to share one more possibility with you. I wasn't thinking about this prior to starting, but it came up. And that is a crown chakra blessing to remove the mindsets, attitudes, and beliefs that might be inhibiting you from receiving flourishing. Everything is as appropriate. It is not something that I control in terms of the removal process. It is simply a blessing that blesses you and the Shen, Qi, and Jing blockages, soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter blockages to be released. So I can share with you more information on a private call if that's of interest to you. And crown chakra blessings, most people know the honor fee. It's the same as the last thing I mentioned. And I cannot do packages. They're already reduced as much as possible, so I cannot do packages. So feel free to contact me on that. Now tomorrow I am not coming in. Remember, Mondays through Thursdays now. So I will be back on Monday, and I will serve you as best I can on that day. I will be using a new teaching on that day. I'll probably be working with one of the 10 Das. When I was at the retreat with Master Sha, the message I heard was stay with each one of the different 10 Das and focus on the specific core areas of people's lives where they have blockages. Self-love, relationship, finances. These are the 3 core areas. And there's a 4th area which has to do with health, obviously. So each one of those days I will use the sacred wisdom from the 10 Das, offer wisdom, teachings, and blessings to assist you with clearing blockages in these areas and their direct association with the Das. For those that were here last week, before this week, I offered wisdom, teachings, and blessings with Da I for health, for relationship, for finances. And did you notice it was very different than the wisdom and teachings this week? Ego and humility impact us entirely different than love or lack thereof. So I am learning dramatically a lot that each of the 10 Das, these great virtues, love, forgiveness, compassion, light, gratitude, harmony, humility, flourishing, service, enlightenment, all of these can have a huge impact on our life as we individually clear our Shen, Qi, Jing blockages with each for our soul journey. So I encourage you, continue to return. You will get greater aha moments, greater wisdom, teachings, and of course the blessings. If you're interested in any of the special services, contact me through Facebook Messenger or through my website. My email is asoulhealer@yahoo.com. Please, if you have not already, hit the share button. Let other people know about this. And I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Last calling, don't go yet. This weekend, there is 2 special things that you should be aware of. One is for all of the students of Dr. Master Sha, especially if you're Divine Healing Hands Healer or higher. Pay attention, go to Master Sha's website, look for the 3-day teaching this weekend in Toronto. It's a very special teaching on some of the changes in the vocabulary and nomenclature, and so much more. You need to learn that. It's not even optional, really. You really should go there and learn that. Second calling to everybody. this weekend I am blessed to be a part of a teaching this weekend for one day only. It's, I believe, 6 or 8 hours. It's Saturday, so it's this coming Saturday, and it is for financial success. What are the Tao secrets to financial success in every part where finances can impact your life? So I encourage you to, you can learn more about that. You can also find that on drshaw.com. Go to events. You can just message me and I'll send you the link. But that one is, I'm teaching in, so I'm telling you about that. So love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all the beings of light that came to serve at this time. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gong song, gong song, gong song. Bye bye everybody. I look forward to reading your comments. See you soon.